Hi everyone! So today Spellbinders has launched several new collections that are all super gorgeous. I didn't know where to start because I just wanted to show all of them to you, but I will begin with this one. This is the new 4-petal collection. Just amazing. So they did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And as you know, I get samples, so my samples are like this. Maybe they're in a little bag or something, but yours will be on a really nice carrier sheet with some inspo, maybe some info if something needs some certain assembly. They might have some of that information there. But this again is the 4-petal collection. Super gorgeous. There are other pieces to this collection. I have these to share with you today, but there are different sets of like the glimmer plates with like sentiments. There's dies that cut a ton of words, so you can like mix and match them to make a lot of sentiments. Like I don't know how to explain it. Not just like thank you so much or like every day. Like it's just a lot of different words that you can just pair up with like like all kinds of different words that are really great. So today I have these guys to share with you. So I'll show you the 4-petal floral embossing 3D embossing folder. I mean, you guys, what I should point out first is this label shape, right? Different, gorgeous, really nice size. I'll give you some measurements on those, but hopefully you can see the repeating pattern like in that with this pierced plate. It has that pattern, that shape, that label shape, and so does this. I don't know if you can see here. They're like these little lines, like if there were like a little frame in there. Same shape. Super gorgeous. Again, this is a 3D embossing folder, so you will have to, either work a sandwich a different way if you just have the basic sandwich that came with, the Platinum 6 originally, or your Platinum machines, or whatever machine you have, right? So you're gonna have to change it up a little bit because these are a little bit thicker than your regular standard embossing folder. Just makes such a gorgeous design. Look at these flowers. I mean, oh, so gorgeous. We will get back to this hopefully today. And this is the 4-petal floral essential labels, right? So let me get a ruler here. Oh, ruler's got a little something stuck on it. A few little things here. And the largest one, they give you this info there on the, I'm looking at where it actually cuts, so we know about the size of that label. It's 5.5 exactly by, I would assume, 4 1/4. Yep, so this cuts exactly what would fit on a A2 size card. Of course, this metal makes it a little bit larger, so you might want to know the size of that metal is almost 4 5/8 wide. The length, obviously it's not the biggest deal. Generally with the machines, you want to know that you can put them in with that width there. And then we have the essential, well, that was the essential label, sorry, the scrolled, punched and pierced plate. You guys, this looks like one plate and it looks amazing and it is very pretty. Let me see what size it'll cut. Yep, it's gonna be a whole card front, 5.5 by 4 1/4. This actually cuts 3 pieces, so hopefully you see this outer frame. I mean, look at that. There's so much going on with this. The detail, that little punching, it's gonna be so awesome. So I'll probably use this one today also, so we can mix and match some of these different things. Then this piece cuts out by itself. Oh, it feels so nice. It's just all these little like bumps in there. So that cuts its own little like frame, and then this part also cuts separately. So you can mix them, match them in different ways, pop in different colors, just use the outer layer, just use that little guy, whatever you want to do, mix and match it with these guys. So there are 3 different die cuts on this one plate. Then we have a reflection, which I love the reflection. So this is the 4-petal bloom reflection. Die is right here, and it is lovely, and hopefully you can see that shape again echoes these shapes, right? Just beautiful. So you have the spots. Generally I cut this out with like green or gold paper or something like that, and then I layer up our the flowers on top of that. So and again, if you just want to use it as a silhouette pattern, that would work really well too, because there is like etching and embossing and all these fun things on this one plate, even if you don't put the other little flowers on. Or let's say maybe you just put a little center on these guys and let that kind of fall in the back. However you want to play with these, they're just gorgeous. So then we have these beautiful kind of like fan flowers that have different layers you can layer up. Again, the base layer is already super decorated too. It's just gorgeous. We have these little pieces, I believe, that also go along with those. You have these little guys that you can pop in where these little flowers are. This looks like a ginkgo leaf kind of thing. It goes kind of like in this area here. Really gorgeous. Some little finishing pieces and then like centers and little bud bases and things like that. Down here, hopefully you can see it, I have the Petal Bloom Thank You. It's called Thank You. It has the words thank you. And I don't know what I was thinking. I don't have a separate set like I had mentioned at the beginning that they have these other sentiments and things like that. So I'm going to show you something else I'm probably going to pair this with for my sentiment. But we do have thank you in this kit. So the words there that you can definitely pop on there, and this is just so gorgeous. I love the branches like this, you know, the lemon design or like the strawberry design that Spellbinders had put out. I just think they're so cute. So you have this, you know, pop it out whatever color you like, and then you have all these beautiful flowers. So like you can put a main flower, you can put it, you know, double it up wherever it is you want to put it. It just has a little button kind of showing you like that's where you would place your flowers, but you can do whatever you like, of course. I mean, these little guys, you can put smaller things like these little guys, whatever it is, wherever it is you want to place them, right? So it comes with 5 little flowers that cut at once. You have the centers that all cut pretty much at once if you want them to be the same color. You have these cuties that are very interesting. I like the way these are designed. So you have a background, and then you have this topper that's like almost like a doodle, right? And then these guys with, yeah, so these guys pair up together. And we have like this little bud center. Actually, it's this guy. So let's just pretend. Something like this. You know, we're going to use this today anyway, so however you want to pair those guys up or layer them up. Or maybe this one, this one, this one, you know, however it is. And so I don't know if you noticed on Spellbinders site, they have a lot more and more every day of just different types of stamp collections, die collections, things like that. So they are carrying Stampendous products, Ranger products, and lots of other things, you know, Misty and glues and all kinds of things from different manufacturers and things like that. So I do have these to share with you. I'll probably come back with a different video, obviously, using these Deckle dies. I just wanted to show you these Franz Deckle cutting dies. I mean, how cute is this set? I love the borders on here. I love all the, I mean, it's just so cute. The brackets and all these fun things. Look at this little guy. I just want to show you guys these mini slimline, slim cutting dies, sorry. Super cute. It makes like a little envelope and a card and then a gift card pop-up kind of thing in there. And then here we have some sentiments, and these are Photopolymer. You know, friends are the gardeners of our soul. True friends have been planted in your heart. This day was handpicked just for you. And I think a lot of these sentiments go along with what I'm doing here, so I'll probably use one of these guys to finish off our card. But I just want to show you those. I'll put those to the side for a moment, and I'm just going to grab some papers and we will get started. Okay, so I'll start with an A2 size card base. I just grabbed this from one of the card kits, but it's 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4 if you're making your own A2 size card. This is actually a piece of packaging. I'm not sure why I held on to it, but it's paper. I don't know if you can see. It's just a little bit reflective, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to use it today. So I have this. I'm going to just run this through, right on there. I mean, it just fits edge to edge, so that's perfect. I'm going to run that guy through, and I'll have the 3 die cuts that fall out of that. And I think I picked this piece. I kind of compared to like what that would look like if this was in here. I like this. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th one from the inside. I'm going to run through the silver paper. I thought, why not? Something silver, eye-catching. And then we're going to emboss this too in that embossing folder. So I will be right back. Look at this. So my little plasticky, weird kind of packaging paper didn't quite work for me. It kind of shifted when I went. So when you have something this intricate, what I would do is I roll it through and then I roll it right back through, right? But it has shifted on me, so it looked like, not too great. But look at this. So this is just white paper. And again, it's pierced and punched, and look how amazing that is. So I'll show it to you again in just a second. And then I have this piece again that I just ran through that silver paper, and I'm going to emboss it now. Obviously, if I put it here, look at that, it fits perfect. It's not going to do anything there. So what I was going to do with this guy is just get some flowers on it. So I'm just going to pop it wherever I can, like maybe right down in here. And just run that through. Again, the embossing sandwich with a universal plate would be this here. So just the A plate, and it says it on there, the embossing folder with the paper inside, and then your adapter plate. And if you're using the standard system, then you would just kind of work it a little bit differently. Try to get, you know, a sandwich going that works for you. But I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, look at this gorgeousness. I mean, wow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and clean these guys out, clean up a little bit, and then we'll start putting that part together, and then we'll do our little branch with the flowers. Okay, so Initially, I only cleaned out this one because that's the one I'll be using, but I thought, well, you might want to see what they look like all cleaned down, ready to go. So I do have a piece of black paper. I thought that would be really striking. Black in the background, just plain. We'll put this white over the top. Oh, I have a couple here I didn't quite address there. And to scrub this out, all I did was turn it over and just scrub, 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 and they just flew out. So there's those. This is the other frame that it makes. Right, you can put them all back in if you wanted. And then this is the little kind of label, cute, you can stamp right in there, you know. But for now, I was thinking about popping this up, but I don't think I will. I think I'm just going to glue them all down. It's a lot of texture, and I think we're good with that. So I'm going to glue down this black mat that I cut just smaller than 4 1/4 and just smaller than 5 1/2, because if you recall, that plate will cut a whole 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 front for you. So we'll have that. And then I'm just going to put glue all around the very edge, all in this little center area. Glue that guy down. And then I think I'm going to glue this down flat. So again, just more glue, just in the center. And I'll be right back. So look how gorgeous that is already. Oh my goodness. So much texture, just, and really nice and flat. So there we go. And I'll bring this back here, because what we're going to do next, I picked out this dark brown paper. I think I'm going to go with the dark brown. I don't know, why not, right? So we'll have that. And then of course our leaves, you know, there's a whole digest for the leaves if I want to go with brown or greens or whatever colors. So I'm just going to run all these different things through, you know, whatever I want to pick for this little guy. Then the topper, I'm trying to think what colors I want to use. Maybe blues, purples, I don't know, something like that. These little guys, there's 5 of them. I mean, you can pop them in here and there, and they're just their one little flower, and then they have centers. So, you know, whatever colors that you're into, maybe one large focal flower, I think is what I'll do. So, I'm just going to run all these bits through, and I will be right back. I just love this. I had to show it to you. I mean, how gorgeous is that? And then with our little flowers. Yes. Okay, I'll be right back. This is cut. But what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and place my leaves, since I already cut them. And if you look at them, some have like a shape that goes up, and some have a shape that goes in kind of a different direction. You can totally pay attention to that, or just do whatever you like, of course. And so what I'm going to do, I haven't stuck this down yet, and I probably should. This guy, I think I'm going to have him like in here somewhere. You know, this big guy. And then this guy, if you look at the examples they kind of have this guy out here. But again, you can place it wherever you like. I mean, that looks really great. So what I think I'm going to do is go ahead and glue this down. Now, you can glue it completely down, or we can put like some dimensionals here and there. I think that might be nice. So let's think. So you can put dimensionals on this and then glue that to it, or you can put dimensionals on the flower when you actually go to place it. So there's lots of ways to play with that. I think with some of the leaves, what I'll do is just put some dimensionals just for fun. So like, I don't know, maybe these guys out here, and maybe I'll cut that in half. So this is going to take me a little work to kind of think about. Don't want to put it too close to another like larger flower head, because then it might be in the way, right? So let's just kind of think about where we're putting these. So I'm just going to place some here and there. Maybe that one has dimension. Maybe this guy. I don't know. And just have some ups and downs. Of course, you don't have to do that. You can just stick it down completely. Again, like I said, stick up some of these guys. Or just wait until you have your little flower heads on them. But for now, I'm going to put glue and the other bits that don't have dimensional. And it just gives it some movement. Yeah, we have that guy up there. Maybe this right here. Okay, and then I'm going to start sticking down, like I said, my leaves. So, as we look at them, some of them are shaped a certain way, so you have a pretty good idea, like this one. Let me see if I can find an example for you. like this guy, just the curve of it matches this better than it would, you know, a different area. But they're all pretty much the same. So with that said, what is that little point on the end, you know, that one's pointing in the other direction. So I put this one here, it wouldn't match up that little curve. So we have other ones that match up better. Okay, so I'm just going to pay attention to that as I place them, and I will be right back. So when I come back, I'll have the leaves placed. And as I'm working with this, again, I was paying attention more to where kind of the point of the leaves, I guess, better than the base of them, because it definitely faces a certain way if it's pointed down or pointed in the other direction, and it's pretty easy to then just pop them on. So we have those guys. And okay, so I do need some centers for some of my flowers. These guys, you can just play them up however you like, but it's basically something like this, and then this little bit that goes on top. And you know, do you want to pair it up like that, or do you want to pair it like this? I mean, whatever it is that you like. Again, dimensions in between them, all that kind of stuff. But for right now, I'm just going to stick this down. Oopsie. Well, actually, I will need that, but not right yet. Put glue on the wrong side there. I'm gonna kind of layer that up there, and then this guy I'm gonna place in here. And I went with like a neutral color, and I went with pinks, and I still have a little bit larger flower to cut. So like this guy goes here. If I'm gonna put this guy somewhere in here, the small flowers have definitely like these little spots. They're like little small dots. That's where those guys would be placed, which I suppose I can place now because they're cut, and I just pop centers into them. This guy over here. Actually, I'm gonna put a little more glue so I can hold it down. And just take these little guys. You want to shape them a little bit, or just stick them down however it is that you like. If I'm gonna shape them, I'm literally just pushing them into my hand just to give them a little cupping, and I'll just place those in those little spots where I just put the glue. I did run the leaves through twice, and there's one little leaf left over. So it cuts 7 at a time, so it looks like there's 13 instead of 14 leaves. But I'm going to place the little pink ones, and I'll be right back. The last little flowers I'm working on are these guys, and I did an interesting pairing. It's like a light blue and like a little bit of a light teal. Why not? So let's put this over here. And these little guys, what I'll do is just put glue in the back of my hand. Generally, I would get a tweezer to hold onto that, and just line them up. There's like very clearly the edges, like this flat one, I would line that up, and then you're good to go. And so these are some little blue flowers that have just the smallest amount of blue. Now, of course, these are all in the same branch, so maybe, you know, I'm taking a little artistic license here, but I think it'll be really sweet. So I will be right back. Since I gave this kind of some up and down with the foam, the 3D adhesive I did earlier, this one's already popped up, so I'm just going to glue that down just there. And we'll get our centers going in just a minute. Let's bring this out a little bit. I'll hold that down in just a minute. And then we're just going to pop these other guys. I mean, you don't have to put them right exactly on that little dot, but you can. Right? Maybe I'll tuck this one underneath, make it look a little more organic there. And then we have centers also that we can pop on. So what I'm going to do is that little center piece. I think I'm going to run it through some gold paper. Why not? So this little guy's through some gold, and we'll have all these different little centers and things that we can kind of pop into the different flowers. But I'm going to go ahead and place these guys. So again, maybe another one here, and then this last little guy over here. And this guy I haven't glued down yet, but he looks really good where he is. So I'm just going to glue that down. If you want to give dimension, you know, to the separate pieces, because again, I did glue mine down basically, but if you wanted to like give some dimension to one layer over the other, you can definitely play around like that, and this kind of just pops in there. Gorgeous. I'll be right back. This is that, and it's kind of like a coppery gold. So if there's some stuck in here, I will use those also. But what I'm going to do is probably just pop some little glue in the center here, 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 all the centers. And some of them are larger than others. And when you come in here, like I have this little dot basically that goes in these guys. The ones that look a little more organic, kind of like a weird little shape, can definitely go in these guys. And you have some that are a little bit larger, like this kind of star shape, goes in the center of this guy. So I'll just go ahead and do that. And then this one's a little bit larger for like the little blue flower. Okay, and I'll just pop in the other little dots where they belong. In the center of these guys. And I'll also wash that glue off my hand. Hey, I'll be back. Again, just super smart. Everything that has to do with the flower center with as many flowers on it, cut out once. So that's really great. So you have all your little centers here and for everybody. Really gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I'm going to do is stamp a sentiment. I want to see something real quick. I was looking at this and I'm like, if I have something to cut it with like this little guy, I think I might do that. But for right now, I'm just going to stamp a sentiment and I'll be right back. I love these little flowers. I love the sprays. I love the reflections. I mean, this collection has basically both of my favorite kind of things that they do there. Again, just popped up on there, white, black, you know, with the silver in the background. I think it just makes it pop, that reflection. I am just in love. Okay, so I showed you there, I was stamping and die cutting our little sentiment, and I mean, this would look great tucked in here. I know it would. I don't want to cover things up. You guys know how I am. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, here it might be nice. I was just going to put it over to the side here. Cover up a little bit of that flower, but not too much, because that's, I just can't do it. You know that. So I have it on some dimensionals. Let's just see if that's nice and straight. And there it is. Gorgeous collection, again, for petal blooms. Just super gorgeous. Thanks for watching, guys. I will follow up with the other collections, of course. We'll try out the reflection in a different video, and I'll have all the links in the description box, images coming up, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.